All right, clock is hot. Here we go. Look at those bunny hills. We're even bucking the big bouncers. Make it quick work of that uphill section. Get that big rock ledge. He absolutely just smoked it. Having a very well dialed in suspension with a big, nice, meaty, soft tire really helps make things move quicker. Looks like he paused for a second at the bottom. I don't know if getting reset in there or what. That's a 41.079, Mr. Clay Kaysen.
All right, the bar has been set for the rest of the bouncers. On the line, we've got Matt Blackburn. This is his first time racing with us. He came all the way from Medford, Wisconsin.
Wow.
To join us for the fun here in Jay, Oklahoma.
That is a long, long drive.
No surprise that he is buddies with Nick Reich.
Yeah.
And they do some racing and wheeling together up in their section of the country.
Whoa, buddy. There we go.
And he said he decided to come on out and give it a try here with the NRA.
Yeah, very excited to see him out.
Oh, he lost front end.
Dang it. And that's some loose gravel. I don't know if he can make it out the top in two-wheel drive.
He's going to have to pull some Jake Pike wheeling in order to do that.
Jake Pike was in the buggy that Nick Reich has now, and it's so light, he was able to power it out the top in two-wheel drive. I don't know if a buggy that's heavy is going to be able to do that. I hope so, because it is very cool to watch a guy pull out two-wheel drive. But you can see that back end kind of
Man, he's just digging in.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can see that back end just digging in, but unfortunately, man.
Oh, I hope he brought some spare parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Being that both front wheels are turning, it's either a drive shaft or a ring and pinion, but hopefully he's able to get it put back together.
Well, we know that he's got plenty of folks around that would be willing to help him work on that thing. We saw a lot of that at finals. We see a lot of that at most races, but at finals it was especially memorable. Two buggies were cannibalized in order to keep Nick and Jay in the fight until the finish.
Yeah, there was a handful of us thrashing to get that put back together.
Yep, and there was a whole crowd, a whole pit crew helping to work on them.
Yeah. Play.
Oh yeah, you can see the drive shaft.
Yeah. Hopefully that's an easy fix. I know Nick Wright carries a couple spare extra drive shafts. So
I would say these guys aren't coming from Wisconsin without having a pretty good load of spare parts with them.
Hopefully they can get that put back together.
Matt, I know I've been with you here when you've been making some emergency runs to the, what is it, AutoZone or
there's
O'Reilly's?
There's
right across the park entrance.
There's an O'Reilly's, but I became real good friends for a few years with those guys.
Yeah, Matt was spending a lot of time there when we were here for Visions.
There was one night I had to make an emergency trip there. I was trying to get there real quick to get some parts before they closed.
I remember you were calling them like,
oh yeah,
don't lock the doors yet.
Yep. Taylor was being ornery that day. We were having a good time.
Oh yes, I remember.
He's not
There were something about a steering wheel getting hidden.
Yeah, he's actually
without
doing
your knowledge.
Yeah, he's doing his job right now, so he's not paying attention to us goofing off right now. But he's running the whole camera crew, helping produce back there. So shout out to our boy Taylor in the back of the booth.
I'm sure you guys can imagine some of the shenanigans that go on.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like we've got Dustin Medley out on the course now.
And that Gold Rush reclaimed buggy, that big old monster motor.
Dustin had a 6th place finish overall for the season in the bouncer class.
Again, this thing is just an absolute monster.
What a difference having all 4 tires pulling makes, huh?
Yeah. This buggy has the largest big block in our series currently, and it just makes a ton of power. And it's just an absolute beast. So I don't think getting up some of those hills are going to be too much of an issue for him. But
I believe that was a 4.2.496 for Dustin Medley.
946. Okay, I thought I heard 946, but again, when you between all the buggies driving,
we got
around,
all the bouncers loaded, started up right next to us here. So
yes. All right, Nick Reich, Mr. Wisconsin here. Old cheesehead himself. That Fordzilla buggy.
Nick has been battling hard in the bouncer class all year long. Oh, for a couple seasons.
Out of there he goes. Just aired it out.
Man, we saw some great runs from him at finals, and he was able to pull off second place for the season behind Wade Good.
Yeah, he just aired that puppy out. Again, you can always tell Nick and Larry's buggy because that chromoly chassis is a lot lighter. Larry Krogh, they run the chromoly chassis, and I mean, it's just, you can tell how they fly. That's going to be our fastest time, I think. 37.691? Yes. Yeah, 37.691 for Nick Reich. That is our new leader. And again, just aired it out on that hill. He definitely wanted to come in and not make a mistake. So he just threw it up the hill. He's like, let's just land to the top. It'll be easier that way. And again, those like I said, Larry Krogh, we talked about, Nick Reich, both running chromoly chassis. So they're a lot lighter. So again, fly a little better in the air.
And what we might end up seeing now is that Matt Blackburn had that DNF, and so far Nick's got the fastest time. So we might see our two Wisconsin drivers going head-to-head in the bracket. We got some racing, some qualifying still to do today before we figure all that out, though.
And you hate to see two buddies have to race side by side, and one of them is getting knocked out the first round.
But with double elimination, at least there's still some hope.
Yes. Got Cooper Bentley in his custom-made windshield up there.
He is Mad Maxing it this weekend.
He is. I've seen your dad run something similar to that before at this park. So
for some knockout racing. Yeah. You don't want a 43-inch tire coming in your windshield.
And Cooper also flying right up that hill.
Wow, he really did.
We saw our UTVs, some of them struggle, and I'm sure some of the bouncer drivers watched the UTVs struggle and made mental notes to make sure they bring a lot of momentum into that hill. Kind of whipping around that corner, power sliding up there and coming right back down.
Well, and with us just being only a couple weeks after finals, like I said, everybody, they're still dialed in. They're kind of they're ready to bring it all. They know there's not another event right after this that they've got to save the buggy for. Ooh, wow. 37.466.
Dang it. Wow. That is your new leader.
So Nick Reich had a 37.6. Now Cooper with a 37.4.
Wow.
Keeping it tight here for the qualifiers. All right, guys. I see some black and green on the line. We know what that means.
I love this. I love that we have Tim Cameron driving a Tim Cameron buggy.
That doesn't belong to him anymore.
He's like, it's funny that Timmy's like, I picked up a rental this weekend. What is it? It's my old buggy.
Yeah.
Like, it's the last buggy I drove. So
this is 100 Shots that Dan Bowman now owns. So it's reclaimed.
Funny enough, he actually unveiled this buggy at this park. And just ripping up that hill.
All right, are we about to see that 37.4 get topped?
Oh, ooh. I don't know. I would say he's about as fast on the uphill. Can he pick up a little time on the downhill? Man, that is a
he is moving.
That's a fast corner.
Let's check it.
35.230. Your new fastest time again.
Right. We don't call him the GOAT for nothing, guys.
Wow. Jeez Louise. That's 3 people in a row who have set our new fastest time. That is incredible. We got TC in a rental right now.
Timmie Cameron came out to rock and roll this weekend.
That is awesome. And again, it's funny because he unveiled this buggy at this off-road park. So very, very cool to see Timmie come out and hammer down on it and pick up that fastest time.
We've got the best of the best in the bouncers and UTV battling it out right now. Guys, you're watching the qualifying round for our bouncer class and our UTV class. Not UTV stock, they're going to be doing their own separate race, but qualifiers for our UTV Cup class. Dan Bowman out on the course now. These guys are racing for the time that will determine where they end up in the bracket for tomorrow's racing.
Man.
Now, this is our first time watching Dan race Menace. Yes. We're used to seeing him in the Tyrant TC-built buggy, but he picked up Menace not too long ago. And
yeah, about a month ago-ish. He raced it last weekend in Kentucky, I think.
Yeah, Timmie said that he
did
fixed a couple things on it for him and talked him into bringing it out for this weekend. He's doing really well with it.
That's going to be a... Dang.
37.859 for Dan Bowman. Wow.
That is 3 times, all within...
In the
37 and a half seconds. Basically, in a half-second range, we have 3 times.
We've got a 37.4 from Cooper, 37.6 from Nick, and now 37.8 from Dan.
Literally, in a 0.4 window time, we have 3 different times.
And then we've got Tim Cameron with a 35 leading the pack.
Johnny's kind of a wild man, a bit of a kamikaze driver, which makes me really happy to watch. He's always kind of a full send kind of guy. And again, running a chromoly chassis as well, so it's kind of light. He runs a 2-seater, which is a little different from some of the race rigs we see.
Oh, speaking of being light, he just floated up the hill.
Just launched up there.
That's another Jake Pike build.
There he goes. Can you see those lighter chassis buck real quickly? See what his time's going to be here. That's a 45.928 for Johnny Gibbs in his 2-seater chromoly chassis. Again, Jay is definitely been getting dialed in this thing. He is. Whoa, there we go. Just climbing out the top.
Letting her eat. Jay's racing all 3 classes this weekend, both the UTVs and the bouncer class.
Again, coming out that 7.3 Ford Godzilla motor with a big Whipple supercharger. Just hammering down and letting her eat. Again, that's when horsepower really comes into play. Just being able to mat it down and let it climb out the top. Oh! Caught a little bit of rocket.
Oh, man.
Just barely
still a good run, though. 47.017 for Jay Storts.
So just barely caught the edge of that block, too. It kind of turned it sideways.
Well, that's, one thing about doing qualifying right now is it's also going to make the drivers aware of those things they need to watch out for tomorrow. Like not letting those little bunny hops send you into the concrete.
Got Brandon Davis sitting at that race line starting gate. Looks like the course officials got park all fixed up, got all the everything lined back up. We're super excited. Again, Brandon's going to wrap up our bouncer qualifying times. This is going to be our last bouncer for today. Okay, well, it looks like clock is hot. Zach, I'm sure, is giving him a very unique pep talk down there.
There's no telling.
Zach, our announcer, does a great job of helping keep our crowd entertained during our recovery times. We appreciate him.
All right, fastest time for the bouncer qualifiers right now is Tim Cameron with a 35.2.
Getting Brandon, nice smooth transition from that rock ledge up into that loose stuff.
And we don't call him Mr. Consistent for nothing.
Yeah, very nice smooth transition. Very, again, that independent front suspension. Definitely doing a great job.
Let's check his time. 38.112 for Brandon Davis. So that wraps up our list of bouncers for the qualifiers. Timmie did have the fastest time with that 35. We had 3 drivers finish in the 37s.
Wow. Again, I know there was a ton of close times there. Again, with Timmie having that fastest spot. But again, it's very neat. Within 0.4 seconds, there's 3 times, which is just absolutely insane to see that time club. Again, you can see all of our bouncers backed in over there.
What the qualifiers did for us today is, because this is a different format than you guys are used to seeing with us racing here with the NRRA, the drivers today raced for that qualifying time to determine where they're going to start out in the bracket tomorrow. So it's going to be a heads up, 2 at a time on the track tomorrow. They're going to be starting at going like opposite directions. So it's not knockout racing where they're side by side, but they're going to be on the track at the same time. So it's going to be super exciting to watch. Double elimination, so it'll be a good long day racing. Lots of passes out there.
Very exciting to see.
So that's what our UTVs, our unlimited UTVs and bouncers qualified for today.